So Kawhi Leonard to the Los Angeles Clippers might be the most disappointing thing in basketball. It might be the most disappointing signing in the history of basketball. And it's looking pretty bad now because they went all in, and due to the trade that got them Kawhi Leonard, and you might be saying, oh, Kawhi signed a free agent. Kawhi wasn't going to go unless if Paul George wasn't there. Like Kawhi Leonard, he wanted another superstar. He wanted to try stack the deck. He wasn't going to go unless there was another superstar there. And he got one in Paul George, who was that season, if I'm not mistaken, Paul George was third for MVP? Second for MVP? Third? Third. Giannis, Harden, PG. He was third for MVP. Joined up with Kawhi, who just won a title, and their play styles fit seamlessly. The Clippers were the 2 seed in the West. The Clippers went into the playoffs as the favourites in the bubble, and then they went 3-1 up against Denver and forgot how to play basketball. And not only that, they blew massively. Like, people don't remember this. People just remember blew the 3-1 lead. They were way ahead in games 4, 5, or in games 5, 6, and 7. They were way ahead. Like, they blew. I remember this vividly because, again, this was during the pandemic. This was during, like, back in my 2K days where I just didn't have a sleep pattern and I was going to bed at like 3, 4 in the morning. So I was watching all these games. I just remember when they went way ahead in game 7 and everyone was just like, how long until they choke it again? How long until they choke it again? Like, it was like one of the most shocking things ever. They just choked game after game after game. But at the same time, look, we're looking at a Kawhi now who's injured. He got injured in 2021. They took out the Mavs, who, by the way, were the best team in the Western Conference. The best team in the Western Conference in 2021 were the Dallas Mavericks, who they took down in the first round. They took down Dallas in the first round in 7. Then Kawhi goes and gets injured, and they nearly make the finals without Kawhi. Like, that is how good that Clippers team was with Kawhi. And then after that, Kawhi's out, tears his ACL, out for the entire season. They don't make the playoffs in 2022. 2023, was 2023 the year they made the playoffs and had an unbelievably good first game? I think it was 2023 when they nearly beat, was it Phoenix? And then Kawhi goes and gets injured. 2024, they lost to Dallas, who made the finals. 2025, they lost to Denver. And now they are the worst team in the NBA, or one of the worst teams in the Western Conference. Kawhi is going through all this scandal. He's injured again. Like, no one knows when he's going to be back. And it's just been a rinse and repeat for 6 years now. Like, it's been a long time. Like, I remember where I was. I remember where I was when the Kawhi Leonard news broke. I remember where I was. I was sitting in an Airbnb in San Diego. I went there for the summer for a holiday. A bunch of my friends were there working. In 2019. So I went to San Diego for a holiday. I just chilled, went out and partied with them a few times a week. And I just remember sitting down and being like, oh shit. 22-year-old Mick being like, oh shit. It's over. But then also, let's not forget, that was 22-year-old Mick. I'm turning 30. My next birthday is 30. That is how long ago that was. And since then, Kawhi Leonard has played 0 conference finals games. The LA Clippers have not won a playoff series since I was 24. Since 2021, they have not won a playoff series. And they bet big on Kawhi multiple times. They let PG walk, which was a good thing. But then this season, they thought, you know what? We're going to let Norman Powell walk because we can bring in Brad Beal. Like, it is genuinely just a disappointing scenario all around. And yeah, look, I have to say, when it comes to Kawhi, he's been a serious player, but they're just not in a good place. Not in a good place, the Clippers, and they don't even have their draft pick. I'll talk a little more about it later. Like, the Thunder might legitimately, I kid you not, the Thunder might legitimately win the title, break the 73-9 record, or at least win 70 games. I think we can all make the assumption that maybe they don't. If there's no injuries, the Thunder are going to win the title. And maybe in the playoffs, someone can go beat them 4 of 7. Maybe. I don't think so. But they're going to win 70 games. I wonder what they're on track to win. What they are on track to win. So they've won 14 of 15, or is it 15 of 16? Sorry, they won 15 of 16 games. So they have a 93.75 win record. So it's 82 by 0.9375. They are on track to win 77 games. They're not going to win 77. They could win 74. They could win 74 because J-Dub's still coming back. And it's not like they've had an easy run or anything. With their one loss coming against fucking Portland. But yeah, it is... To be fair, the Warriors' massive winning streak over 2 seasons was broken by Milwaukee in a year where Milwaukee didn't even make the playoffs. And I remember where I was watching that game too. But yeah, this is all just an awful scenario for the Clippers. Like, Kawhi getting hurt is not good for you at all. It really isn't. And obviously, you want you want the best players available, but it's been like Kawhi's availability has been questionable since 2017. Like, that bullshit with the Spurs happened almost a decade ago. And we're still seeing him get paid max money and people predicting teams with Kawhi Leonard to do well. Especially old teams now. The Clippers are old as fuck, even without Kawhi. And shout out James Harden because he's the only person making this team respectable. But anyway, that's the video. I'll see you guys.